This video is brought to you by viewers like you. Consider supporting us on Patreon.
Yo, what the fuck is up there, everybody out there on the YouTube stores? You got my Papa Tkyo coming to you live from his from the YouTubes. How you guys going today? You doing all right? You doing okay? You look like you lost weight. You look good. You got that new shine to you. You're obviously looking sexy. No, stop saying it's all my fault. No. You did that all yourself, and I'm proud of you. But anyway, yeah, guys, how's it going? Yeah, I'm riding now, and I'm letting Tetsu ride in front of me because he's got the GPS. My phone, even after 2.5 hours of riding with the GPS on my thing, it's just dead. It's just done. I need to get one of those little magnet things that I can put on the front of the bike here, so I can charge my phone while I'm riding. And also, the battery charges itself too because it's solar powered. But anyway, yeah, guys, how's it going? I guess, today we're going to be talking about somebody with big titties, and it's going to be really nice, because you guys love it when I talk about porn stars or hot chicks for some reason. So, we're talking about a chick that's Japanese that I guess she was a porn star, then a YouTuber, and then now she does Twitch more than YouTube. I'm not 100% sure. This is one of those people that I'm just going to talk about what I've seen, and just, just spoilers ahead. I didn't do any research on this. This is just from what I've seen online. And look at this. I know Shibuya Kaho is going to watch this video because, everybody watches these random videos. But look at this. This is such beautiful fucking scenery. Oh my god. Just look at this. We're in the middle of Chiba right now. My buddy Tetsu and I. And just, oh fuck. It's supposed to be hot outside right now. But because we're going down this shadowy tree path, it is just fucking cold. God, this reminds me of going around my friend's house in Pasadena when I went to California. On the way to his house, he just had big trees, all over the fucking, just hanging over the road, and it just felt cooler, temperature-wise, near his place. It was very fucking awesome. But anyway, yeah, so we're here, and I just realized I put my gloves. I left my gloves at home. So if it's cold tomorrow, which I don't think it will be, but if it's cold tomorrow, because the gloves were all they didn't have mold physically on them, but they smelled moldy, and I need to wash them. I forgot, for all the moldy stuff that I have, I need to wash it in a hot washing machine. You can't just have moldy clothes with a cold washer. It doesn't work like that. It's always got to be hot water. But anyway, yeah. So I guess we should start this off the way that we always do. Big shout out to today's sponsor, boom, Nakano Shimbashi Guest House. Look, if you guys are planning on moving to Japan, you're like, you know what, I'm going to stay for 2 weeks to a month. I'm really going to just take it all in and have fun of it. And but I want to be in a really nice area of town, or at least near a nice area of town, but I want to save money because I want to go on dates with chicks I meet on Tinder and go to Disneyland and all this shit, and I want to have money for that. Well, this place is where it can help you out, so I highly recommend you guys go over and and sign up for that. And then also, the links are down below. Tell them that Papa's Tkyo sent you when you put in your order. Also, big shout out to NordVPN. Boom. If you guys have an antivirus on your computer, it's good. And I made up this analogy before. But basically, an antivirus is like a condom for your computer. It makes sure that you don't get any STDs. But a VPN is like a bouncer to make sure you don't get raped. So, and that's one thing you gotta just think of that, take that in mind. It's good to have condoms and a bouncer. You can't just have one or the other, especially if you're a hot dude like me, So, if you guys don't have a VPN right now, I have a thing where if you sign up using my promo code, you get a pretty decent discount. And it's a product that I use, and I've used ExpressVPN, the Shark VPN, all that shit. And Nord was always the best price, and it just had the best service, and it just worked the best for me. So that's why I shout them out now too. And also big shout out and thank you to everybody who went to patreon.com/TkyoSam and signed up for my Tkyo Sam Patreon. You guys kick ass, and see if your name's at the end of this fucking video. But anyway, with that being said, let's just jump into it. Okay, so question of the day is what Japanese porn stars do you like that you watch, or are there any Japanese women just in general that are content creators that you watch online? Let me know in those comments down below, guys. So what else do we got here today? So we have we're talking about that, and I guess that's the question for today. And if you don't follow any Japanese women, or you don't know any Japanese porn stars, just tell me what's a vegetable. What was the last vegetable you ate? I think for me the last vegetable I ate was spinach. That was the last one I ate. So let me know. Help us out with those algorithm gods and writing down comments and all that shit. So let's get into it. So like always, I tell you about that person, then I talk about any criticisms I have. So Shibuya Kaho, from what I understand, she wasn't that big of a porn star. She didn't do that many pornos, apparently. I could be wrong, but I think she only did less than 20. Most big porn stars, they'll do over 100 plus different pornos or whatever. And she did about, I think, less than 20. Please tell me if I'm wrong. I just remember her saying I was in porn, but not for that long, and whatever. And so but anyway, so she's an ex-Japanese porn star who actually speaks pretty decent English. Pretty cool about that. She speaks pretty good English, and she on top of that, she started making a lot of content for her YouTube in English around a couple of years ago, I think. And on top of that, she does Twitch streaming online now, where she'll play video games, or she'll just talk to people or whatever. And that's her thing. That's what she does. And it's pretty cool. Good for her. That's I don't know what else to say about that. I mean, I've seen her when she's just talking to people on Twitch. I've seen her when she's playing video games on Twitch. And I mean, to be fair, it must be interesting to talk to because there's so many Japanese porn stars, but only a handful of them actually speak conversationally fluent English. I mean, there's Asami Yuma, she speaks English. There's Hitomi Tanaka, she speaks English. There's only and of course there's probably a handful of half Japanese porn stars that speak English too, like Maria Ozawa and stuff, even though she's retired and shit. But there's quite a few Japanese porn stars that actually talk or can speak English, and there's not that many that do videos in English. That's been a trend recently I see on Japanese YouTube, where it's I was having a real conversation about Japanese pornography with a Japanese porn star, stuff like that. Ooh. Dad, why are you Chinese? I am from the Olympics. I love Chinese people. You're good people. No, sir, it's Japan. There you go. Look at this, by the way. Look at how beautiful this is. We are in the countryside of Chiba right now, and just look at how fucking beautiful this is. Chiba doesn't have mountains, but it's got hills. It's got beautiful hills and just rice fields. And I've been waiting for so long to fucking just be able to go out for 2 days. I just wanted to go out for 2 days, That's all I wanted. Because in Japan, we're really spoiled. Because in Japan you have in Japan there's a chance where what is it, there's a lot of toll booth roads or whatever. There's a lot of toll roads. So if you wanted to travel around Japan quickly in a car or on a motorcycle, you can do that, because they don't have most of those roads don't have stop signs or stoplights, so you can move around really quickly. But when I do these rants, I purposely go out of my way to film these where it's very off the beaten path on regular roads that regular Japanese people use. I mean, it's a lot slower, But I mean, to be fair, like, I like taking it easy. You know, I like being able to just to take it all in. I mean, look at this. I mean, with the GoPro pops the saturation of all these colors so much more than any other camera. So this probably looks amazing on the GoPro. Just the green and the blue blending together and shit. It's so awesome. But anyway, yeah, Matsuyama, we gotta love that Matsuyama. Tei-en. Yeah, so, you know, it's just like, you know, people sometimes, like, when they think of me, they think of Riley Reid. Yeah. I love doing the hand thing to bikers. It's so cool. Being like, yep. That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh, I love it. We're part of a gang. We're part of the biker gang. Anyway, yeah, it's just like, you know, everybody loves Japanese porn, but people always think, like, you know, if people don't know me, or like they haven't seen my videos to watch, but they've seen the video of me and Riley Reid, they're like, hey man, how was it hanging out with Riley Reid? And I didn't know who the fuck Riley Reid was, or like why she was such a big deal when I met her. The only time I saw her was on Logan Paul's podcast for a thumbnail. Like, that was all I knew about her. Like, when I met her, there was no, like, oh my god, celebrity, wow. It was just like, okay, this is just some chick in a thong that really likes to smoke weed and hang out. Like, fuck yeah, dude. That's cool. But anyway, it's just like, but since then, you know, some viewers are like, dude, why don't you meet up with more porn stars in Japan? Like, why don't you just do that? And I was like, I would love to do that. I love being the dude who's like, you know, seedy underworld, Papa Tikyo, you know, showing you guys the gritty parts of Japan and everything. I'd love to do that. I don't feel like any porn stars. I guess I should reach out to some and be like, hey, I want to do a video with you. But I feel like it would be, I guess I haven't tried because I just feel like my views aren't big enough yet where I could be like, look, I'm kind of a big deal around here and we could help each other out mutually. And what the fuck is that? Holy shit, they had a Mega Man one, and an Ultraman, and a Kirby. What the fuck is this shit? God, dude, that's fucking cool. I want one of those things from my house. Put it right next to my koi pond. Fuck yeah, dude. But, anyway, it's just like, you know, like, the porn star thing, though, like, it's a really good time to capitalize on porn, despite like having the Adpocalypse 1 and 2 happen on YouTube, because it's like thanks to woke culture, they're like, hey, sex work is a thing, and like, don't discriminate, like, don't kink shame me, don't discriminate against sex workers. And you know, to be fair, I have the same opinion, you know, like I remember fucking like iDubbbz, you know, people gave him shit for his girlfriend having an OnlyFans, and I was like, who cares, you know? People are going to pay money to jerk off to iDubbbz's girlfriend, but it isn't like she's doing porn. It isn't like she's getting somebody to fuck her while she makes money from that. And like, but people are like, ooh man, like iDubbbz is such a cuck. And I'm like, doesn't a cuck mean that like you have some guy fuck your girlfriend or wife and you get off on that? Like, that's the thing, right? So it's like, oh man, like whatever. It's like the fact of the matter is that there's tons of horny guys out there that'll jerk off to, you know, any chick pretty much, and they'll pay money for it. So like, you know, and like if you have a famous boyfriend and you're not going to actually build up any fucking skills, you could, you know, might as well do OnlyFans. Why not, you know? Especially if you want to be quote unquote progressive. Oh man, fucking oil's still leaking from here. You know, the good thing is that the place where we're going is near my buddy Yama's house. And so tomorrow when I go back to see him, he knows motorcycles, so I can ask him like, hey, this is leaking. Can you help me out here? Like, what do you think this is? And hopefully he might be able to fix it. I don't know what he's doing now. But yeah. At least the brakes are still pretty strong. I think it is. Oh, my dick. Ugh. There you go. But yeah, I mean, you know, well, anyway, I mean, the whole point is it's just like geopolitically, socially, politically, whatever the fuck online. It's a good chance to, capitalize on just talking to porn stars, just because that's even naughty. I mean, there's this woman called something June or whatever, and she does. She's a American chick. She's totally not American. She's like Eastern European or something. But she's an American chick that she says she's American, and she has a whole fucking YouTube channel dedicated to her being one of the few foreign porn stars in Japan. And she's been interviewed by Giguk, that big YouTuber's girlfriend. She's been interviewed by her, which that interview, like, the audio is fucking horrible, man. For a woman who has like 500,000 plus fucking subscribers, like, you didn't bother to get like 2 fucking microphones. Like, that was so lazy. But anyway, this woman, she has she has her whole YouTube channel dedicated to interviewing Japanese porn stars. And I don't know if I saw Shibuya Kaho on there, but I can't hate on her too much, because at least she speaks Japanese. At least she speaks Japanese during most of this stuff. But you can totally tell that she was married to a Japanese guy and probably got permanent residency and then divorced him, or still married, and she's doing porn. That's the only way she would legally be allowed to work and do porn here. But of course, you can't just say that on the internet without getting scrutiny. So she probably just doesn't say that. Anyway, Shibuya Kaho, like, she does, like, her whole shtick is that she used to do porn and she speaks English. Like, that's her selling point, is that it's like, I used to do porn and I speak English now. Like, that's it. That's the fucking thing. So, I don't know. It's just interesting, because it's like, the thing is that when anybody brings up that porn, like her porn career or whatever, in the comments on Twitch, she's like, I don't want to talk about it, just buy my book. And I'm like, but you literally market yourself as a porn star. It's like me, like let's say I lost a bunch of weight, and then like I talk about, like, hey guys, I'm that guy who lost a shit ton of weight, and then it's like I make that my whole appeal online. And then when people come to my that have seen me from that, and they want to talk about that, and I'm just like, yeah guys, I don't really want to talk about that. I don't talk about that in my live streams ever. I just buy my book on it instead. It's like, I understand that would get annoying, and there's a lot more creeper dudes that are just probably trolling, but it's like, dude, you literally marketed yourself as that. Like, how are you gonna say, like, no, I don't want to talk about it? I'm like, okay, I get it, you want people to buy your book, but like, why market yourself as that? Like, oh yeah, because that's your only angle. It isn't like I'm a big chick, like I have a big boobs and I'm a chick who speaks English. Nah, I have to play the porn star angle, because that's what clickbaits. That's what gets the views. That's what gets the clickbaity views. God, it smells like manure. How? There's no cows around here. It smells like animal shit. Oh, maybe over there's cows. God, it smells like Greeley, Colorado. Just tons of cow shit everywhere. Ugh. But anyway, yeah, I just, with Shibuya Kaho, I always find that ironic that she's like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. Like, let's not talk about it. And I'm like, you literally, with everybody, with Retro Guys, the Trash Taste podcast, with all these dudes, you're like, yeah, I was an ex-porn star in Japan. And I'm like, and it's like, I don't want to just be known for that. I'm like, well, you kind of made yourself known for that. And she'll do a lot of cool things too. Like, she goes out and she, like, for her Instagram, she's always cosplaying in very low-cut shirts or whatever. So I think the funny thing is that, like, Japanese women, like, I've told, because, like, there's another porn star that I follow, or ex-porn star, current porn star, called Haruka Ogura on Twitch too, and I was trying to tell her about OnlyFans, and I'm like, look, because she's like, Shibuya Kaho and both that Haruka Ogura girl, their whole spiel is that, like, the Japanese porn industry is horrible, and like they abuse women, and they take all their money and stuff, and it's just horrible. Like, I understand that, but the thing is that, like, I was trying to tell them, like, with OnlyFans, the only people that you have to put up with is, like, like the OnlyFans, and you don't have to do porn. You can just do nudes and stuff, and it's 100% you. You know, you have it. Is that a breeze? Oh yeah, it's a breeze. I was wondering, like, what the fuck's hitting me? It's the breeze. But yeah, I just see. I love doing the hand thing and seeing who does the hand thing back. Love doing the hand thing. But anyway, yeah, it's just like, it's one of those things that they like, I don't know. Like, that's my only real big criticism with her. Like, I think she's smart as hell. She marketed herself as the ex-porn star or whatever. So, like, Joey the Anime Man, that, like, all those dudes from the fucking Trash Taste, and even, like, Retro Gaijin on Twitch, like, all these big dudes, like, she always guest stars because they can say, man, I'm here with an ex-Japanese porn star. And then, of course, she doesn't mind talking about it then. But, like, during her own stream, she's like, nah, you know, it's like blah, 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 blah. Like, I think she should just do an FAQ stream somewhere else or something if she's afraid of Twitch and TOS. It's like asking, you know, like, let people ask whatever they want. Like, does it cost extra to do, like, you know, do you get paid extra for doing anal? Or, like, you know, what's better, sucking dick or doing lesbian scenes? You know, like, stupid shit like that where it's like, hey, you know, yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. But, I mean, overall, like, I gotta respect her gangster. She's, like, I was fucking showing Tetsu the other day, fucking, or not Tetsu, I was showing John, my new buddy at the guest house. I was showing him, like, Amaroth, because she was in Philly D's video. So then I went on Twitch and I followed her, because I was just curious, like the whole thing on Philip DeFranco's video is that she does a bunch of shit and never gets banned, but she makes so much money every month. And I went on there and I didn't see the donations, but I was like, she's like, I'm trying to get 25,000 subs a month. And, like, on Twitch, if you subscribe, half of that money goes to Twitch, half of that money goes to this Twitch streamer. So it's like 25,000. She's almost making like 57,000 or something. I don't know if that was it, but, like, after I did the math, I was like, she's making $57,000 a month before taxes, like, per month. Holy shit. And, like, this chick just rides a fucking inflatable thing on her shit. She just rides an inflatable, like, fucking balloon thing, like, floaty thing in her bathtub, you know, every fucking day, and people just donate, and she just talks to them, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, yeah, if you could choose that versus being fucked in the ass and, you know, by a guy that you just met 5 minutes ago, and then having, like, all these people control your finances and your image, like, yeah, I would understand why a woman would want to do that versus porn. But yeah, I mean, it just depends, you know, like, I mean, that's the thing too, like, when you're a porn star, like, it's just like being in a pop star or whatever. You're, like, under the thumb of your agency, so it's like, you know, you have to do porn sometimes that you don't want to do or whatever, and it's just like, yeah, fuck it, you know, it's all about money and greed at that point. But anyway, I mean, that's my only real criticism or beef with Shibuya Kaho, is that, you know, it's like, don't market yourself about porn if you don't want anybody talking to you about your fucking porn career. It's that simple, you know. Otherwise, people like me are going to bring that up and then call you out on it. So, I don't know. But with that being said, that's my thoughts on Shibuya Kaho. How long have we been doing this for? 24 minutes? I think that's enough. But anyway, yeah, guys, tell me, what do you think about Shibuya Kaho? What do you think about women on the internet in general like this? Because, you know, like, I got called out on when I was doing my Quartering Japan because I introduced you guys to hot Japanese chicks, like, you know, like, that are like swimsuit models or whatever. Not even porn stars, just hot Japanese chicks that are models, and you guys are calling me a simp. And I'm like, what, dude? They look hot. Like, I'm not sharing their fucking things, you know. I'm not sharing their shit online. Like, I'm not constantly shouting, oh my god, they've got a new DVD, you guys gotta go buy it. I'm not fucking spending money on these women. I'm just like, oh, I follow their Twitter, and on occasion, if it's a hot picture, I give it a like, you know. But it's not like that's my life. It isn't like I purposely go out and try to, like, follow hundreds of these women. But then when I introduce you guys to some of the people that I'm following, everyone's like, man, you're a fucking You're a chode, dude. You're a fucking simp. I'm like, really? Speaking of simps, look, Shinkyokushin Karate. Or no, this isn't Shinkyokushin. This is Kyokushin Karate. I used to do Shinkyokushin Karate. And look at that, just an empty dojo. That's pretty cool. I'd want my kid to join karate. Or no, Krav Maga. Or like fucking MMA or something, you know? Show them how to kick people's ass. Oh, they got a Michino Eki here. Cool. But anyway, I mean, with that being said, yeah, guys, tell me what you think down below. And if you were one of those guys who called me out for shouting out those other Japanese women, I just gave you my definition of what a simp is. I think simp is somebody who constantly shouts out this woman for anything she does and then pays her as well. So that's my definition. But if you have a different definition of a simp or like a thought supporter, let me know. I'm curious. I honestly want to know, like, what do you guys like? Where is your, where, you know, like, what are your boundaries? What's the, like, where does it start? Where does it end for you to decide that somebody's a simp? Let me know in the comments down below. And do me a favor, if you guys like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and subscribe bell to get notified next time a new video of mine comes out. And then, yeah, also big shout out and thank you to all the patrons who went over to patreon.com/TKYOSAM. Tetsu. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, guys, that's it for me. Don't forget to check out the playlist at the end of this video. And I will talk to you on the next one. Peace.